connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening. This is the 5FM main news. The headlines. NGOCC demands an immediate retraction of allegations regarding its stance on Bill number 7 of 2025. Government launches 2025 Zambia Social Protection Week. And China begins building world's largest dam, fueling fears in India. This bulletin is live on our Facebook page, 5FM Radio Zambia, and our YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie Banda. The non-governmental gender organizations coordinating council NGOCC board chairperson Beauty Katebe has demanded an immediate retraction and clarification from those behind malicious claims regarding its stance on Bill number 7, 2025. In a recent recording, Acting Patriotic Front EF President Robert Chabinga suggests that a budget may have been sparking the Constitution of Zambia Bill number of 2025, further insinuating that NGOCC among the organizations allegedly involved. Ms. Katebe reminds the public that on 2 June 2025, NGOCC issued a public statement clearly rejecting Bill number 7. She says the rejection was based on the fact that the process leading to the bill's formulation lacked the minimum standards of inclusivity, transparency, broad-based consultation, and democratic legitimacy, elements that are essential for any meaningful constitutional amendment process. She says the council rejects any process that sidelines the voices of citizens, especially those of women, youth, and other marginalized groups.
I wish to remind the public that on 7 June 2025, NGOCC issued a public statement clearly rejecting Bill number 7. Our rejection was based on the fact that the process leading to the bill's formulation lacked the minimum standards of inclusivity, transparency, broad-based consultation, and democratic legitimacy, elements that are essential for any meaningful constitutional amendment process.
The Zambia Police Service has formally arrested and charged Chris Zumani Zimba of Chunga Village in Chongwe District for the offenses of harassment utilizing means of electronic communication contrary to Section 69 of the Cybersecurity and Cybercrimes Act number 2 of 2021 and libel contrary to Section 191 of the Penal Code Act, Chapter 87 of the Laws of Zambia. Brief facts of the matter are that on May 2nd, 2024, Dr. Zimba published an article on his Facebook page, and furthermore, on May 4th, 2024, Dr. Zimba authored another article bordering on harassment and libel against Dr. Nevas Mumba. Police Public Relations Officer Ray Hamonga says as a result of these publications, Dr. Zimba has been formally charged with 2 counts of harassment utilizing means of electronic communication, contrary to Section 69 of the Cybersecurity and Cybercrimes Act number 2 of 2021, and 1 count of libel, contrary to Section 191 of the Penal Code Act, Chapter 87 of the Laws of Zambia. Mr. Hamonga says the suspect has since been released on police bond and is scheduled to appear before the courts of law soon.
Brief facts of the matter are that on the 2nd of May 2024, Dr. Zimba published an article on his Facebook page, and furthermore, on the 4th of May 2024, Dr. Zimba authored another article published in the Mass Newspaper edition number 4533-SM393, bordering on harassment against Dr. Nevas Mumba. As a result of these publications, Dr. Zimba has been formally charged with 2 counts of harassment utilizing means of electronic communication contrary to Section 69 of the Cybersecurity.
In the meantime, the Zambia Police Service, through their anti-fraud unit at service headquarters, has apprehended Mr. Abio Ngandu of PHI area in Lusaka for the offense of theft by director contrary to Section 279 of the Penal Code, Chapter 87 of the Laws of Zambia. Police Public Relations Officer Ray Hamonga says Mr. Ngandu, who is the managing director of Ngandu Consulting Limited, is alleged to have stolen company funds amounting to 575,000 kwacha.
An agent of the company, Mr. Lusungu Nyarenda, managing director for Walumat Auto Company Limited, sold 7 motor vehicles on behalf of Ngandu Consulting Limited. The proceeds from the sales amounting to 575,000 kwacha were deposited into Mr. Abel Ngandu's personal account instead of the company's designated account. Investigations have revealed that Mr. Ngandu subsequently used the said funds for personal gain. He has since been released on police bond and is expected to appear in court soon. We wish to remind all directors and company officials that fiduciary duties must be exercised with the highest level of integrity, and any abuse of office for personal enrichment will not be tolerated.
Government, through the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, has launched the Social Protection Week with a call to promote inclusive development and reducing poverty and inequality. The Social Protection Week, spearheaded by the ministry in collaboration with the United Nations and cooperating partners, will run from July 21st to 25th, 2025, under the theme Life Cycle Approach, Leaving No One Behind. Ministry Permanent Secretary Ms. Angela Kawandami has since reiterated government's commitment to implementing social protection programs aimed at improving the welfare and livelihood of the poor and vulnerable. She cited the recent launch of the revised National Social Protection Policy, which adopts a life cycle approach, ensuring that risks and vulnerabilities are addressed systematically and efficiently across different stages of life. The life cycle approach aims to create resilience among populations and ensure that social benefits to the life cycle stages are accurately matched, leaving no one behind. The permanent secretary has therefore urged members of the public to take part in the commemorations by actively participating in radio and TV discussions, public lectures, presentations, and community engagements. And in other news trending this evening, Traffic Desk Zambia has emphasized the urgent need for road designs that include dedicated pedestrian footpaths and cyclist lanes to enhance safety for all road users. The Secure Farmers Development Agency SAFADA is appealing to the government to restructure the Food Reserve Agency FRA in order to strengthen both national and household food security and promote self-sufficiency. Up next, the business.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
Industrial Development Corporation IDC and Food Corporation FJXX today sealed a landmark memorandum of understanding with the Zambia Development Agency ZDA at the inaugural Invest Zambia International Conference taking place from 16th to 18th July 2025 at Mulungushi International Conference Center in Lusaka. This landmark agreement paves the way for the development of a $1.1 billion United States dollar state-of-the-art crude oil refinery and integrated energy complex to be located in Ndola. The planned facility will process 3 million tons of crude oil per annum, approximately 60,000 barrels per day, providing enough refined products to satisfy Zambia's entire current fuel, demand and creating scope for future exports to neighboring markets. Groundbreaking is targeted for the third quarter of 2025, with commercial operations of the first phase expected in 2026. During construction, the project will generate about 2,200 jobs across civil works, mechanical and electrical installations, and logistics. This is contained in a statement issued by Head of Corporate Communications at IDC, Namakao Mukelevai. Ends the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
And in news from across our borders, Chinese authorities have begun constructing what will be the world's largest hydropower dam in Tibetan territory, in a project that has sparked concerns from India and Bangladesh. Chinese Premier Li Qiang presided over a ceremony marking the state of construction on the Yalang-Shampo River on Saturday, according to local media. The river flows through the Tibetan Plateau. The project has attracted criticism for its potential impact on millions of Indians in Bangladesh living downriver, as well as the surrounding environment and local Tibetans. And in sports news, President Donald Trump has threatened to block a deal for the Washington Commanders' new stadium if the American football team does not revert to their original name. The U.S. president said on a post on Truth Social on Sunday that a big clamoring exists for the Washington whatevers to change back to the Redskins and claimed it would make the team more valuable. The NFL team dropped the name Redskins in July 2020 after a review, as it was long considered racist and offensive to Native Americans. They were called the Washington football team during the 2020 season before changing to the Commanders in 2022. And now the weather.
Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chineka Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy. Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
The evening is mainly clear, windy, and mild to cool. Ends our weather report, and that item brings us to the end of the news part. Before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines. The non-governmental gender organizations coordinating council NGOCC board chairperson Beauty Katebe has demanded an immediate retraction and clarification from those behind malicious claims regarding its stance on Bill number 7 of 2025. Government, through the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, has launched the Social Protection Week with a call to promote inclusive development and reducing poverty and inequality. And finally, Chinese authorities have begun constructing what will be the world's largest hydropower dam in Tibetan territory, in a project that has sparked concerns from India and Bangladesh. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia, and YouTube, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the happy world of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Lance Sannie Banda. Enjoy the rest of the evening.